2 are awesome.
You suck.
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review. Today we're taking a look at another Star Wars Black Series set, and it's the Poe Dameron and First Order Riot Control Stormtrooper, or TR-8R, or actually it's FN2199, but we'll get into that here in a minute. Now this was a 2-pack exclusive. Here in the U.S., it was a Target exclusive. In the U.K., I forget, maybe it was Tesco or something, I can't remember. If you live over in the U.K., list it down below where you guys could have found this set. And nobody knew who this character was when it first came out, the set anyway, because this was released a few months before The Force Awakens. And to be honest, I'd already gotten the Stormtrooper on Force Friday, and I really wasn't a fan of Poe Dameron. I'm still not really, and I just thought, another Stormtrooper. And I didn't really make it over to Target, and by the time I saw the movie, this character was badass, and everybody was after him, and they just flew off of the shelves. It initially retailed, I think, for $29.99, which is about $10 more than what a Black Series figure goes for. Now you have to get it on the internet, and it can go anywhere from $40 to $60. I've seen it as high as $80 on eBay, which is just absolutely ridiculous. So fortunately, I did have to pay a little bit more for it, but I'm very, very grateful I finally found it and was able to get it. So let's go ahead, take a look at the packaging. So here we have FN2199, or Nines, and Poe Dameron. Poe's got his outfit that we see at the beginning of Star Wars The Force Awakens. He comes with his helmet to that X-Wing, which we never actually see fly in the film, but they do have the X-Wing out in a 3 3/4 inch scale now. They got the black one and the white one. He's got this really big weird gun. We've got Nines here with his shield and the baton. He comes with the weapons. So this character, this is why I got this set, was for this guy. If you've seen the movie, you haven't seen the movie, sorry, spoiler, he's probably one of the most badass characters that just randomly show up in the film. It was supposed to be Captain Phasma being the big badass. This guy shows up out of nowhere and yells, "Traitor!" at Finn and just goes at him. So and he just really beats the crap out of him until Han Solo comes along and shoots him. Now, you know, people loved him. He's a fan favorite. The background on the guy, the reason he recognized Finn is from the books, apparently. Disney and Star Wars revealed. The character's name is actually FN2199. His friends call him Nines. He trained with Finn, so he kind of come up through the Stormtrooper Academy with him, and so he feels personally betrayed because I guess they were friends. The fandom calls this guy TR-8R for traitor because of what he yells out there, and I just absolutely love it. I think this is a great character. This is one of those figures I think will be a constant chase figure for Force Awakens. Be nice if they put a 3 3/4 inch figure of this guy out as well. That'd be a lot of fun. In fact, I wish they would do more 2-packs like this for the Black Series. I'd like to see a C-3PO and maybe an R2 like this, or you could get like a TC-14 from Phantom Menace, and I don't know, maybe R4. That'd be kind of fun, with easy repaints and things. But we need a 3PO black figure. No, well, I digress. So, yeah, here's the package. It's kind of an elongated Black Series box. It says Star Wars The Black Series. We've got a picture of Poe and Nines up here. It says Poe Dameron and the First Order Riot Control Stormtrooper down there in the corner. Side of the package, it says Dameron, Poe Dameron right there. He's supposed to be the big piece on there. So it just has their names right there. And then it says Dameron, Poe. Yeah. So yeah, there it is. Looking all kinds of cool. Definitely digging that. Here's the artwork. if you want to take a look at that. There's Poe. Here's the backside of the package. We get to dual bios on this guy. We get the Stormtrooper here. We get Poe there, and then we get their bios. So just kind of a close-up. If you want to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. And to get the Stormtrooper, if you want to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Nines and Poe out of box and see what we think. So here we have Nines and Poe Dameron out of the package, and this is the much cooler figure. I do have to say I like this Poe better than I do the one in the X-Wing outfit that they released on Force Friday. That thing was just, I don't know, it just looked really, really bad. This one looks more like the actor, which I appreciate, and he's got the jacket that Finn stole, so there's that. It is. This whole set is really all about this figure here. So looking at accessories, this guy is the same exact Stormtrooper that we got from Force Friday, the initial Stormtrooper run. Same paint job, same sculpt, same exact everything. He even comes with the same weapons. He's got his little blaster that is painted silver, black, and white, which is very, very cool. And then he comes with a little handgun that is painted to match. So that is very, very neat. Very cool. I am digging that. And then, of course, he comes with his baton and the shield, which are the exclusive weapons for this set. And, yeah, they are very, very cool. We'll kind of go over that here a little bit more in a second. Looking at Poe, he's got this big, weird gun that I don't remember him using in the film. I'll have to go back and look. And then he comes with this little helmet. So this is the helmet that matches the X-Wing that he has at the beginning, the blue and white one. Really nice detail. I am digging it. Very cool. It's got the little yellow visor, little silver mic there. Rebel logos. Very cool. Now, he can hold this helmet in his hand, or you can actually put it on his head, either way that you want to display it, which is pretty neat. Now, as far as articulation goes, this is exactly the same as the regular Stormtrooper. Nothing new there. The Poe Dameron figure has a ball joint. Head goes up and down slightly. He has a really craptastic ab chest movement. Barely goes up and down, barely twists. His legs come out that far. They go back that far. He's got a double jointed knee. The knees feel weak. I don't know. I'm not too impressed with them. They've got there is a twist at the top, but they're so tight they don't actually twist, which is unfortunate. He's got a single joint at the ankle. He does have ankle pivot. Arms go up that far. They twist. He has a single jointed elbow, and then his wrists twist, and they do have a hinge, so that's kind of cool. Do appreciate that. So articulation on Poe is actually not too terribly bad, except for around the chest and the waist. But overall, definitely liking it. Absolutely love this figure out of the gate. Very much appreciating that. And, you know, for $10 more, you're getting another figure that, I don't know, the guy can beat down, I guess. So looking at the Stormtrooper himself, $21.99, definitely like it. In fact, I mean, it's the same exact Stormtrooper, same paint job, same everything. The baton, really digging it. I like the red and the silver paint apps and the black. Now, he's holding it in his right hand, which he does in the film. It's a little bit loose, but not too terribly bad. As you can see, he can hold it properly. That hand's really made to hold the gun, really. They just made it so that the baton, so he can hold it there. It actually holds better in the left hand, and you can take the shield off if you want to and flip it over so he holds it a little bit better. However, in the scene, he does have the shield on the left arm and the baton. He ends up throwing the shield down. Now, the shield is removable. It's on there very, very tight though, so you might want to use a hair dryer to loosen up the little bands on the arm. I like the paint apps. I like the gray triangle, the black with the silver tips on the bolts there look really, really nice. And it's got paint on the inside of the shield as well with some black and the gray. I just think they did a really nice job. So very, very cool. Now, again, you can remove that. If you want to see that, I'm going to put a link to Glenn Webb's review on this figure because he actually takes it off and really kind of shows you how difficult it is to take off. But definitely cool. I'm going to leave mine where it's at. I may scooch it up a little bit because the second band is right at the elbow joint and it kind of keeps it from getting a nice shield pose. I don't know. I'll see what I can do with it. Bottom of the figure, I mean, it's the Stormtrooper. It's the same thing that we got with the other Stormtrooper figure. It's, you know, black and white, yeah, I mean, it looks good. The paint apps on this figure came out really well. Here you have a closer look at Poe. It's sculpted really well. I like the jacket. I like the paint apps. Looks like we got some dry brushing with light brown over the brown. The red parts on the jacket, the silver bits. Looks good. I mean, the actor's face looks pretty decent. I like the kind of scruffy look he's got going on there. All the wrinkles on the jacket and the belt. I mean, that looks really, really good. I don't know. This character was just kind of to me. In the film, he was really kind of barely there and pretty much a poor man's Han Solo. If you want to see what he looks like with the helmet on, here we go. Yeah, not too terribly bad. This is not how I'm going to display it, I don't think. It looks decent. I like the way it looks for the most part until you get to the back, and it's really kind of high-rise back there on the helmet. You know, if he bangs his head on the back or somebody hits him in the back of the noggin, it's just really not going to work out too well because you can see the back of his head. So definitely going to have him holding the helmet. Looking at the bottom half of the figure, again, I like the paint job. I like the shirt, the belt buckle, the pants. I like how it's kind of goes to a dirty green in the pants there. That looks pretty cool. The helmet, I think, looks a lot better in his hand. The gun has some kind of weird brown dry brushing over the gray. Try to help it out. It's just such a generic looking gun. This one and the one that Finn gets from Solo, I mean, they literally look like fake toy guns that somebody pulled out, whereas the guns from the original trilogy actually looked like weapons. I don't know. Just kind of weird, but definitely digging the paint on the guy, if nothing else. For comparison, here we have FN2199, aka TR8R, with the First Order Stormtrooper, the single one that I picked up on Force Friday, and then, of course, FN2187 Finn, and it's Stormtroopers. This is actually, I think, the most Stormtroopers I have ever owned as a giant adult kid thing. I didn't even have multiple Stormtroopers as a kid. I think I only had one. I might have had two when the Power of the Force came out, but I know I never had three or more, so that's kind of cool to see them all up there and see the variances in them. You know, this one's got the different weapons. This one has the paint on the helmet. Of course, you can take the helmet off, which is very, very cool. But as you can see, between these two, they are exactly the same. Same paint jobs, same sculpt, same everything. They even have the black belts with the white paint on the little pouches. So if you look at that, you can kind of see that. That is interesting. You know, and it was an easy make for Hasbro to do. I mean, just take the figure, you've got it, you're going to have tons of these anyway, and then give him some new weapons. So I think that was smart of Hasbro to do, and especially after seeing the movie, I'm just really glad they put this set out because he was one of my favorite bits in the film. And here we have Poe Dameron with Finn minus his helmet and BB-8 from the Black Series. So the cool thing, if you've got this figure and this figure, you can, if you want to, do a diorama where Finn breaks Poe out of the Star Destroyer, which is really, really cool. And then, of course, BB-8, who is actually Poe's droid, not Rey's. And yeah, so that's kind of cool to see them together because, I mean, these two were the first characters that we see in the film, but it's really cool to see this version of Poe with this version of Finn up on the shelf. I may display that for a while like that, I don't know, but definitely kind of cool. A customizer could go in and add some scratch marks on the face, maybe a little bit of blood. Yeah, it'd be kind of fun to see, but definitely cool to see the three of these characters side by side. So is the First Order Riot Gear Stormtrooper, aka FN2199, aka Nines, aka TR8R, and Poe Dameron 2-pack something that you want in Star Wars collection? Absolutely, yes. I think so. If you're a hardcore Star Wars fan, if you love The Force Awakens, you're going to like this set because, one, you're going to get one of the greatest characters that we got to meet, albeit all too briefly, in The Force Awakens. And, I like the Riot Gear look. I think that looks pretty cool. Plus, for a little bit more, you're getting a Poe Dameron figure, the first appearance Poe, basically, that we see at the start of the film. This figure goes really good with the Finn figure with the removable helmet, and also goes good with a BB-8, I think. I'd like to see, I don't think we'll ever get it, but I'd like to see a 6-inch scale X-Wing. That would be pretty cool to put BB-8 and this guy in. But you can get the 6-inch scale Black Series TIE Fighter and put this Poe figure in with that Finn figure with the removable helmet. That would be cool to recreate that scene. Or you can get the Poe, or not the Poe, but the Finn figure and have TR8R here beat him down. That'd be a lot of fun. It's kind of a hard set to find now. It's kind of a chase set. This was one of those sets. Nobody knew who the Riot Gear character was going to be, and it turned out to be a fan favorite. And, it helps build your Stormtrooper collection. So, like I said, you're going to find this anywhere from $40 to $60, maybe $80 online right now. If you can get it, I would say for $50 and under, that's a decent deal, I guess. I don't know if I would pay more than $50. If you're paying $40, you're basically buying two Black Series figures, which I think that's probably the optimal price, which is what I ended up paying for it a few months back. I'm not really sure what they're going for today. They're definitely hard to find because of the popularity of the Riot Gear Stormtrooper for sure, but definitely worth it for any Star Wars fans. So there they are, the Poe Dameron and Riot Gear First Order Stormtrooper from Star Wars The Force Awakens Black Series. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and as always, look for more videos in the future.